Okay, this slide talks about information systems categorization. So you're going to have to use this terminology every time in the future from now on in this course. When you talk about an information system, you're going to have to categorize it, right? So there's a lot of information on the screen and it seems like a lot. But if you listen carefully, um, you'll see what's important, right? So listen carefully, take a couple notes, because most of the information systems you're going to interact with in Belize can be described this way. So in your forum, when you're talking about an information system utilized at one of the schools or one of the businesses in the country, this is how they'll be categorized. I'm going to tell you right now, right? So the first thing you see on the screen is Transaction Processing System, TPS, and this type of information system is used for operations. And I've mentioned this in class before that most of the we use a lot of technology Belize, we use a lot of information systems, but we don't use information systems that much for informed decision making. So a TPS is not for informed decision making, it's just for operations, right? So an example would be Moodle, me and you, we use it for operations. I provide the content to you through Moodle, and you provide the graded assessments that you complete to me, and I provide the grades back, and that's how we use it for operations. But let me just tell you right now, all modern information systems that are built today have more capabilities than just a TPS capabilities. They have them built in. That is the norm right now, right? So when you talk about information systems, whatever information system you're talking about, if you just describe it as a TPS, it's incorrect. Because unless it's some old system from the past, it has more capabilities. It has business intelligence capabilities, right? It has capabilities to generate reports for informed decision making. That sounds like a lot, but I'm going to tell you how to get all the points to use this terminology in the course moving forward. Whenever you're going to talk about an information system, you say, well, this information system is an information system with an underlying TPS, and that would be correct because all other information systems have to have an underlying TPS. They have to have this type of information system that gathers, stores, and helps in operations, right? So from just that there, when you're describing an information system, from now on in the course, you can say it's a more than likely 90% of the time it's going to be a business intelligence system, either an MIS, DSS, or ESS with an underlying TPS. And for most of those, it's going to be an MIS. So it seems like a lot. We're going to go through them all. But most of the information systems that you're going to talk about in the Belize context are going to be described as this information system is a type of management information system with an underlying TPS. For example, you all are working with learning management systems, LMS, that's Moodle, Google Classrooms. Any of these that we're going to study in your research, they're a type of business intelligence systems because they create reports in addition to having underlying TPS. So if that's a lot, and sorry, but I'm just giving you an example of how you're going to use that. Now, if you're talking about the case studies and what we're studying in the book about external information systems, they're all used primarily, yes, for operations, but they're all used for informed decision making. Large organizations in different countries do not run their organization making decisions. They don't make decisions without information. So the information systems are utilized. They don't make decisions without it. So they're very, they're used as much for operations as for informed decision making. An enterprise system is a type of system that works across all departments, all functional business processes. So you don't have to repeat data as we were talking before. So remember, TPS is underlying to all information systems. Business intelligence systems have underlying TPS, but are specifically for informed decision making. The three types are MIS, DSS, ESS. Management information system, right? It's a TPS that generates reports to help managers make informed decision making. Decision support system, it does everything an MIS does, but it does what if analysis. So the MIS only makes reports on what's done in the past, right? So Moodle, we use it for operations, but it's a type of information system, management information system, because we can look at reports. We can see how many students and their grades and make nice reports. It is not a DSS because it doesn't do what-if analysis. What-if analysis would be, well, if we got more students or if everybody got 5 more points. It doesn't do that. I don't know. You can't classify an information system unless you know more about it. So Zenegrade, I don't get to use it. I use it for operations, right? I use it as a TPS. It can generate reports, but I don't know if it has a built-in functionality to say, listen, if 500 more students apply next semester, how many more adjuncts or full-time will we need to do? It does what if, not only based on past data, but making projections. That's a decision support system. DSS, decision support. I like these abbreviations because they actually say what they are. So they're not that hard to memorize or remember because it helps in making future decisions on what if analysis, right? So if you're talking about an information system, you have to know specifically if it has that functionality or not. We don't have that many. And then the ESS is used for executives. Who are the executives? The president, the CEO. And it makes more specific decisions, more specific what else analysis. It looks outside the organization, right? It says something about if the tax rate changes in the country, how will that affect our sales? What if the law changes on reporting, accountability for accounting? Those can make changes, and these changes can be built into an executive support system where the CEO can better make long-term strategic decisions for the organization. So let me put it this way. Most of the information systems that we're going to use in the Belize context are a type of management information system that obviously have a TPS, an underlying TPS, and we normally just utilize the TPS portion with operations, but we could use the reporting system of a management system to make business intelligence, informed decision making, right? Okay, we may have one or two when you're talking about the information system. If it does do what if scenario, then it's a decision support system, and I haven't seen any ESSs specifically built for Belize, right? Okay, so the problem with the MIS, DSS, and ESS is in the past they've been built for a department, for a specific functional business process. So you have operations use their own information system, their own MIS, and then sales uses their own, and then HR uses their own. So this becomes problematic, as we talked about earlier, that they don't work well together, and they need the data moved from one to the other. This is a big problem in MIS, one of the biggest problems we face. And the solution to that is you can have a person move the data between them, not very good. You can have programs that try to help them communicate with each other, not the best solution. The best solution is called an enterprise system. So it's cross-functional. So an enterprise system would be a system where it has the capabilities of a Moodle and a Zenegrade, and our HR uses something called Orange HRM. It would build it all into one, or in a way that all the data can be shared between cross-functional. That's an enterprise system. So enterprise system is a system just like an MIS, but it has functionalities across all departments in the organizations. They're trying to build the new information systems are moving that way, but for the most part we won't see many here. If you talk about enterprise systems, they have to be not only across all internal departments. Many times they have to be used externally, and this is kind of strange. So if your customer uses it, it's a CRM, customer relationship management system. If your suppliers have to use it, then it's a SCM. And a knowledge management system, very rare, but this holds the job descriptions and how everybody in the organization, what they have to do, all their tasks to complete, right? So that's a lot. It's almost 10 minutes worth of information. The major takeaway, so get full points moving forward, whenever you talk about Moodle, you're going to say, well, a Moodle is a type of business intelligence system, management information systems, particularly a learning management system with an underlying TPS. This is whenever you write about it and talk about it. If you do that, you'll get full points. Okay, I'll stop right there.